The next story is about AI lets you talk to your future self. Dr. Pataranutaporn, that's a funny name, reveals how. Sorry, doctor. Teenagers can talk to their older selves, and it is simulated by using personal data and synthetic memories. And this interaction, grounded in psychological research, has been shown to reduce anxiety and encourage long-term thinking. That's wild. I think there's a video of him talking about this. Deepo, please put the video up. Yeah.
I think what is the most interesting is when you can actually create a time machine that allow a person to use their own current data and project what they might end up being like when they're 60 years old. We published this study called Future You, where we develop a conversational AI system that allow a person, especially teenagers, to talk to their older self. So we develop system that can take personal data like their aspiration, their profile, their behavior right now, and then we create what we call synthetic memories that basically use that current life event to create the memories that the person might experience in the future, and then feed that to the language model to actually generate human conversation. And by doing this, a person can actually have a conversation with an own version of the future. So kind of like having a time machine to chat with your future self. And this is based on research in psychology where my colleague have shown that when you increase future self continuity, you can actually make people make better decisions by thinking in long term, saving more money for the future, and also thinking about things that will have impact in the future, like climate change and important things that are not just have immediate gain, right? And we have shown that when people use this Future You AI system, they become less anxious and also become more motivated to actually think about their life in a more ambitious way. And we can also increase future self continuity as well compared to the control group. So as I mentioned, when we invent something, we also study and also do randomized control trial to understand the impact of AI system that we develop.
Wow. This is one of the most interesting things I've ever heard someone has been working on around AI. Talking to your future self. Imagine you had a time machine that you could talk to your future self about the impacts that the climate change, the society, the politics, and etc. have on your current life, and how you can optimize your current life to have a better future. And then you can reduce your anxiety and you can feel more sure about what is going to happen because you have more control over your life. And over 60,000 users in 190 countries are currently using the platform. This is massive. This is research backed and trial and error backed work. They're basically using the personal data to generate synthetic memories and use psychological approaches to build your future self so you can talk to. It's basically a replacement for time machines in Hollywood movies. What are the key features of Future You? Personalized future self, interactive conversations. And what are the psychological impact? It reduces anxiety, improves decision making. You can maximize your decision making. A stronger bond with one's future self encourages choices that benefit long-term well-being, such as healthier lifestyle, financing planning, how to save more money. And to be honest, it's just wild, the thing that they are able to do. Like, the future looks bright. It's so good. I mean, reducing anxiety levels, increasing lifestyle, health, saving more money, be sure, have control over your life. I'm going, after this, I finish this episode, I'm going to the website and see like what is going to happen. Like, maybe I sign in for this, like I sign up for this. Like, this is wild. This is going to be amazing, man. There might be some, like, when we talk about synthetic data, the data that is generated by AI based on the data that we have, there is something called hallucination that we talked about briefly in the previous episode. And I think Godfather of AI talks about it in a video Deepo, if you have pulled that video up about hallucination, AI hallucination, Jeff Hinton is talking about. Yes, that video.
We make up a memory. That's exactly what the chatbots do, but it's also exactly what people do. Another argument is, well, hallucinations show they don't really understand anything. First of all, they should be called confabulations. They've been studied by psychologists for a long time, and they're very characteristic of people. We think we store files in memory and then retrieve the files from memory, but our memory doesn't work like that at all. We make up a memory when we need it. We construct it. It's a very constructive business. It's not stored anywhere. It's created when we need it. And we'll be very confident about the details that we get wrong. There's a very nice example of that, which is John Dean's memory when he testified of the Watergate trials. He had no idea that there were tapes, but he was trying to tell the truth. And you can see that he's wrong about huge numbers of details. He says there were meetings between these people. Those meetings never happened. He says this person said one thing, actually it was somebody else said that. But you can also see that the gist of what he said was exactly right. There was a cover-up going on, and those were the kinds of things people said. So what he was doing was he was creating these meetings, creating them in his mind, and what he was creating was what seemed plausible to him. That's exactly what the chatbots do, but it's also exactly what people do.
Wow, so according to him, we just make up some memories when we want. And this is called hallucination, which should be called confabulation. And they're very characteristics of people. The same thing, like we think we store files in memory and then retrieve the files from memory, but our memory doesn't work like that. We make up memory when we need it, and we don't know if it's true or not. So that's confabulations, and that's exactly what chatbots do. And this can be one of the problems that this startup around like future self and talking to your future self might have with synthetic data. So are you curious about what your future self would say? Let me know in the comment section below what your future self will tell you if you can talk to him or her. Let me know what would that be. We're living through the biggest tech AI revolution in history. Don't just observe it, be part of it. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Instagram to stay ahead.